Greetings, chess players. My name is Torres. This is Daily Chess Musings. It is Thursday evening, which means it's time for me to play chess with students at Gomes Elementary School in Fremont, California, one of the schools that I coach at. Many strong players from Gomes. In fact, Gomes just played in a national championship tournament last weekend and did quite well. Despite our team being broken up into different grade sections, had we all played in one section, we easily make top 10. But we were very close, and I'm very proud of how the players performed. Now, a couple other things I want to talk about real fast. This last weekend, I was doing a big broadcast for a FIDE tournament between top young players who I have some deep connections to in Northern California, and some grandmasters and international masters from Bulgaria. It was terribly exciting chess. It was really wonderful. And great experience for our top young players in the Bay Area region of California. If you want to see that, I did two videos, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. They're both over 9 hours long, and I'm going to make some highlight videos from these as well. Also, other things, be sure to go ahead and give this video a like right now before you forget, because this is going to be a good video, let me tell you. And subscribe to our channel if you're not already subscribed. And without further ado, let us proceed to the games. Let's see who's challenging me. Wait, this is the wrong screen. I just turned on my OBS. I didn't mean to turn on OBS. I meant to go click on the chess.com. And I'm going to go to play on chess.com. Click on my profile. Nope, it was one underneath. Clicked a little too high. Play. Let's see who would like to play with me. Adit C would like to start things off. All right. Anytime control tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you aren't part of Gomes, you can send me a challenge. Anytime control you like, I will go ahead and accept. All right? Okay, here we go. I'm playing without knights and bishops in the first game against Adit C, young player from Gomes Elementary School in Fremont, California. Go ahead, Adit, make your move, sir. And don't be shy. You can go ahead and chat to me in the YouTube chat as well. I have that open. Looks like my game with Adit is on the auto abort clock. Adit, you have like 30 seconds to make your first move, man. Come on, make your move. Let's do it. There we go. All right, so I'm starting with two center pawns. All right, he puts his queen in the same file as my king. I'm getting out of there. I'm getting castled. Now he's got his queen in the same file as my queen. I'm getting out of that too. I don't want to trade queens. Let's push a pawn against his queen, see what he does. Set up some early tactics. I'm already castled. I already have more space. I'm down 13 points, but oh well. Yeah. Material is not everything. In fact, there's 6 big categories. King safety, material, time, space, force, and pawn structure. Again, king safety, material, time, space, force, and pawn structure. If you don't understand all those categories, there are some lessons on the Daily Chess Musings channel. All right, so right now we notice that the center is opening up, and I've got a queen and a rook in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and say checkeruski. And then the idea is to play another check like this, a discovered check, moving the pawn out of the way. All right. Can't do that right away, so I fall back to f3, setting up more tactics. I'm actually, yep. See, I'm being vicious because you have to when you're starting down so much material. Boom. He doesn't lose his queen, which is good, but check. He lost a bishop, and now I'm threatening to take a rook. So things are off to the races here. First game of the evening. Now I'm only down 5 points in material. We will say check again. Now I'm only down 4 points in material. Should I say check again? Yes, I should. Check again. So I should be winning the knight soon as well. Actually, even more. He's got a block. He's got a block with the queen, huh? Yeah. But I'm gonna still take the knight, because guess what? His queen is pinned. Pretty soon I'm actually gonna be ahead in material. All of this because black missed one check. Missed the queen takes f8. Queen takes the bishop. Let's see. Let's not fool around too much. Let's use good technique, Chris. Good technique. Yep. Aditsi has the sad-faced emoji. He knows how to use his emojis. There's no shame in losing to coach. And there's no shame to coach if he loses to his students. It's all about learning. This one is a little on the brutal side, though. Let's try not to be Pac-Man. The goal isn't to win everything. I still don't have a checkmate. I would like to checkmate him. I don't fool around just gobbling stuff. That's not nice. And it's not professional either. But okay, this might actually speed things up because now I can play, like queen c3 check. I don't know that it actually speeds things up, though. I think the fastest path is actually to promote to another queen. Yep, lots of emojis. Lots of emojis. Good use of emojis, Adit. It's all right. You may get a second chance at me tonight. We'll see. We shall see. Now, you just got to be careful you're not stalemating. But see, he's got free moves with 2 different pawns, so I can safely promote to a queen. And there is no stalemate. And then I believe this should be checkmate. Okay. All right. So good game, Adit. Sorry that was so quick, but that's the way it goes sometimes, right? All right. So let's see who else is here tonight. Anybody who's catching the stream can send me a challenge. Up there I am in Crystal League. I'm trying to work my way up to Elite League. I'm going to need to play a lot of chess near the end of the week. Who's going to send me a challenge next? I played a game with Adit. Crosser Bishop, certainly. We'll do it. Crosser Bishop is in the house. Oh, I've had a lot of caffeine. Should I go with the Jerome Gambit or the Italian? Or my audio is very low. Thank you for letting me know. I can probably adjust that. In fact, I'm pretty sure I can. Let me Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. So I just moved it up a little bit, I think. I think I just fixed it. All right. Thank you for letting me know. You know, those faders, they can get adjusted slightly. There's a lot of different reasons why that might happen. All right, so my opponent has 3 pieces developed, but I have 2 pawns in the center. So they have more pieces developed. I have more pawns in the center. This is the Yoko Piano. Yoko is how it's pronounced. Giuocco. Yoko Piano. Yoko means game. Piano means quiet. So it is the Yoko Piano. It's been played for, a few hundred years. And he said it's a little bit better. Yeah, I use my when I'm doing these streams, I don't use the same microphone I use for my lessons, and I need to remember that. Now, what am I supposed to do here? I'm trying to remember. I believe the classic move here. I hope everybody's paying attention. I'm going to play through the moves again, just so you see. All right, so e4, e5, pawns in the center, knight f3. I develop a knight, he develops a knight. Bishop c4, bishop c5. Then I play c3 with the idea of playing d4, right? So he gets an extra piece developed. I have more space in the center. He says check, I block. He takes an extra pawn, I castle. Right there, my knight's no longer pinned, so I'm threatening his. He takes, I take, he takes, attacking my rook. And now I believe what I like to play here. I'm trying to remember if I prefer queen b3 or bishop g5 here. I'm trying to remember what it is that I prefer in this position. I think it's queen b3. Yeah. I'll go ahead and give my microphone a little more juice. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Okay. There we go. Little bit more juice on the microphone. And we're waiting for my opponent to make his move. I'm guessing he's going to take my rook, but he's a little suspicious about doing so, because if he takes the rook, he knows that I get to play bishop takes f7. The problem is I'm also threatening his bishop, right? So yeah, it's called the quiet game, but it's not very quiet at all. It is not very quiet at all on today's standards. It's very aggressive. We shall see what crosser bishop comes up with. Yeah, so I'm working, these leagues, they give you a certain amount of points. I don't think these games I play tonight count for points because our ratings are a lot different. But when you play someone who has a similar rating to you, or you play in the leagues, you earn points, and then you can move up. So you can go from like, I don't know, Stone League to Wood League to something league, so on and so forth and so forth. All the way up to the League of Legends. Sounds exciting. I think I'm well on my way there. I'm trying to get through Crystal League to get to Elite. And Crystal League ends in like 3 days, and I need to be in the top 3. But by the time you get to Crystal League, all the other people are quite serious too. So I did play a lot of chess today. My strategy is to play quick rated games, 10-0. But play them like I'm playing speed chess. Play them like I'm playing blitz or even bullet. And attack hard. So that I am more likely to get a fast result. Because you get more points for the quick games. Okay, so this is interesting. The queen f6 move is interesting. I cannot play rook e8 yet because of the bishop. But I can just take the bishop. So queen takes c3. Final answer. Queen takes c3. Yeah, this is the Yoko piano. I believe it's the Muller attack. Muller, M-O with an umlaut. Let's see. So where does my bishop want to go? Do I want my bishop to develop with a threat against the queen? But then it's not aimed at the king, right? Or do I want to put it here? Then I got both my bishops aimed across. So you can tell by the way I'm drawing the arrows that I'm considering, yeah, the bishop b2 move. Then I need to get maybe this rook in the game. It's the only piece I haven't moved yet. I've moved all the other pieces, and I have a pawn in the center. Right now I have 4 pieces developed versus my opponent's 2. We are even. I'm actually ahead by a pawn in material. Yeah, again, my name is Chris Torres. This is Daily Chess Musings. On Thursday nights, I hang out with kids from the Gomes Elementary School in Fremont, California. I come on, I do a lesson with them, and then we play some fun training games. It's what I do with a lot of schools, or have done for, 25 or so years. First teach, then a lot of times, you have the students play each other, but a coach should also be playing with the students regularly. It is a important instructional moment for the kids to have their weaknesses pointed out in a friendly environment. And that way, when they go to big tournaments, they've learned some of the hard lessons of chess. Like I said, in a friendly environment. All right, so queen's in the same file as my rook. That's dangerous. Queen is also defending the checkmating square. But the queen being in the same file as my rook, I don't much care for that. I want to use this rook, and I'm also tempted to use this pawn, scoot the pawn forward against the knight, which would open up some energy here. It could be that attacking the knight followed by attacking the queen. Once I get the knight to move, then I can move my knight closer, threatening the queen, and then maybe deliver a checkmate. I think this is the plan. So again, I think my plan is, let's remove one guard, the guard that stops my knight from threatening the queen, right? Then we remove the queen, and then maybe deliver checkmate. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'm missing something. We'll see. Also, my students tend to watch on the YouTube, so as I'm describing my plans, they get the benefit of hearing that while we're playing chess. Now you might say maybe that's not good training because that's not very realistic. Actually, it's very realistic. When I'm playing chess, I listen very carefully to what my opponents are saying. They whisper with their moves. They tell you their intentions with their moves. All right, so I can threaten the queen now, or I could involve the rook. I could develop the rook with a threat against the knight. But then the knight might go here where it would be defending that again, right? Right. Still adding another piece with a threat. Now I've moved all my pieces in this game. I've touched the 2 rooks, I've touched the bishops, I've touched the queens, and I've touched the knight. If you look at my opponent, not so much. So I definitely, have more advantage than that 1 point that I'm up. I feel like I'm the one who should be down upon right now with all the extra initiative I have. Now we have to be a little careful because this knight can do something, like here. If I move my knight, then this becomes a threat. Also, if this moves forward, this might become a threat, right? There's a lot of extra threats, in other words, that have to do with my opponent having his queen or her queen in my same file as my king. Let us see. Again, if I move the knight forward into attacking formation, I'm threatening the queen right away. So it doesn't allow my opponent time. Oops. So I'm going to go ahead and improve my knight. Now my knight is moved closer. This is key. Knights are close range attackers. They need to be, if you're trying to checkmate your opponent, they need to be in range. Yeah. So my name is Chris Torres. I am a correspondence chess master. And I have been teaching chess for 25 years in Northern California. You can read all about those 25 years, a lot of them, by just visiting my blog at dailychessmusings.com. And you will see. Yeah, I see your challenge, Arjun. And Arjun, I will happily play you a 5-minute game as well. No problem. Like I said, any time control. It's a wild card night. So my knight is close, but right now I'm in the middle of a game with cross or bishop, so just wait your turn. We'll get you in. If I move the knight, threaten the queen, then the queen can go back. I could try and use a rook lift. Let's see. How do I add more pressure? We're so close. So close. I mean, even retreating the bishop off, out of the battery does threaten the queen. It looks a little weird, but it does. I'm so close to having enough pressure to win this. So key moves that I'm looking at right now are knight g4 and bishop c1. And again, whenever I'm looking at these things, I look at checks, captures, and threats. That's how I figure out the best tactics. Checks, captures, and threats. Interesting. My time is ticking. Time is ticking. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Now, see, an example of how this process works. I see a move maybe I wouldn't have spotted if I wasn't like super analyzing all these checks, captures, and threats, and that is knight takes f7. I've checked it out, and it's an intriguing move. It's an intriguing move. It threatens the queen, right? Takes a pawn. If rook takes back, I can come down and say check again, or I can pin the rook first, right? Scooting the pawn forward. It's a very powerful move. You get like an instinct for when you have enough pressure. I didn't need to add any more pressure. I had enough. I was ready to play the tactic. It's time for a tic-tac. Yeah. Yes, my name is Chris Torres. This is Daily Chess Musings. If you want to play a game with me tonight, Wait for this one to finish and send me a challenge. I will accept. I will probably play chess till about 7 o'clock. And then after that, you might go back and look at this weekend's broadcast because you can see some really good chess. I mean, I play like, a very aggressive kind of coffee house, chess hustler kind of stuff. And I go through and explain it all. I mean, but man, Christopher Yu, 15-year-old grandmaster, I was commenting on his games this weekend. Eric Lee, FIDE master. Kirill Georgiev, a famous Bulgarian grandmaster. I was commenting on these games 9 hours a day. There's so much you can learn. There's a whole bunch of boards. I went through nearly 50 games in 18 hours. Go back, take a look at those videos later on this evening. You can use like the little button to oh, he doesn't take. All right. That's fascinating. I expected him to take. I think what I'm gonna do now. There's a few options here. There's a few options. I'm gonna take a moment and calculate. I mean, the knight could go back to e5, threatening the queen again. That is perfectly fine. I could also push this pawn forward. Hello, Aditsi. Thanks for coming into the YouTube chat. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. I am. This is fun stuff. I like playing chess with you guys. Chess is fun. Teaching chess has just been so rewarding to me on a personal level. Aditsi, I am playing with crosser bishop right now. So I need to turn the settings off again. See, I do simuls occasionally. I keep forgetting to turn it off, so I only get one challenge at a time. I'll take care of that. Yeah, we might play another game, but you can watch. You can watch. I would like to play a second game with you because I know you're a better chess player than how that first game went. You missed an important move, and then the snowball just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Sometimes a little mistake just keeps growing, and that happened in your game, and I would like to give you another chance. Let's see. Ivani says, I know. Let's see. I'm thinking about playing knight to e5, threatening that queen. I really am. I need to make a decision soon, though. I need to make a decision soon. And then I'm also thinking I've drunken so much coffee, I might have to take a commercial break in my broadcast, which is something I don't usually have to do in my live broadcasts. We'll see. Should I push? I mean, it's good if I push, but I'm going to pull out. I won this pawn. This diagonal remains weak for my opponent, very weak, and I'm threatening his queen. I mean, it's still going well. That knight takes f7 move. Wouldn't have seen it if I didn't analyze. You got to take the time to analyze. I knew it should exist, but I might not have seen it if I didn't analyze. There's a couple other announcements I wanted to make, and I'm forgetting what they are now. A couple other announcements. It's been a long day, lots of chess. So Yuri Averbach's going to be turning 100 years old. Grandmaster Yuri Averbach. I think February 8th is his birthday. So that's exciting. That's coming up. The FIDE Grand Prix will determine who gets to play in the candidates, which there's 2 more spots in the candidates, I think, that get determined by a Grand Prix, maybe 1 spot. And Ding Liren can't get his visa taken care of because of pandemic stuff, so he is not going to play, which means he can't play in the candidates. So I'm really kind of sad about that because I'm a big Ding Liren fan. So that makes me a little sad. So I believe there's like 2 spots left. Of course, Jan Nepomniachtchi gets 1 spot. And I'm trying to think of who the other players are. There's, I can look it up. Yeah, there's Jan Nepomniachtchi. I believe Sergei Karyakin is one of them. And Sam Shanklin, by the way, Northern California guy, had a nice win over Sergei Karyakin in VCon Z. Ah, very nice move. Putting the queen on d6 keeps this pawn in place. I don't want that pawn kept in place, though. So I think what I want to do is move my bishop here, which skewers the queen to the rook. Yeah, the opening I used in this is known as the Yoko Piano, the classical Italian. I can take this en passant, right? With a check, and ooh, this is the most brutal en passant I have ever played on stream. Oh my goodness. It opened up a discovered check on the opponent's king, as well as a discovered attack on the opponent's queen. Wow. All right. Now who am I going to play next? So far two very good games. Adit wants a rematch. Let me see. There he is. I'll give Adit 1 rematch. Sure. Normally, I kind of keep you to 1 game a night, but Adit's first game, I felt a little bad about how brutal that was. So as I said, the last game, hold on as I blow my nose. In the last game, I used the Italian, which is e4, knight f3, bishop c4. In fact, I'm going to use it in this game as well, but it won't play the proper way because I'm starting minus some material. But it's a very good attacking formation. And the Ruy Lopez has been the most popular opening at top level. E4, e5, knight f3, knight c6. It's been the most. Bishop b5 has been more popular than bishop c4 for the last decade and a half, maybe 2 decades. And I think the tides are going to turn back. I think the Italian is going to be growing in popularity. Not necessarily the way I played it in the last game with c3, but more the d3. The Yoko Pianissimo, the quietest game. All right. So I'm down material. What do I want to do? When I'm down material, I want to open up the center, develop quickly. So I'm opening the center, create tactics. I'm creating a tactic, attacking the queen on f6. Yeah, I'm really having a great time with you guys at Gomes Elementary School. It's been just a wonderful, wonderful experience. I taught at Gomes way back when, even starting in the late 90s or just 2000. I mean, it way, way, way back when. And to return, and there's so much talent there now. All right, so the center is open. So with an open center, now is the perfect time to activate another rook with a check. And now f7 is weak, e7 is pinned. I'm going to go ahead and play knight e5, hitting f7 twice. So I'm using all 4 of the pieces I have in this attack. The rook on d1's the least important right now of those. First I play the check, because if I'm going to win, it's not going to be from trading a bishop for a rook when I'm down by 16 points. I have to do something better. Then I'm going to attack the queen. See how I kind of mix things up? Mix things up a little bit, add more tactics, more confusion, muddying up the waters. When you're down material, that's what you do. When you're up material, you simplify. You trade to a winning endgame. When you're down material, you complicate. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of spring allergies all of a sudden. Hope I don't sneeze on camera. Nobody looks good when they sneeze. It's such a violent thing that the human body does. I think some sneezes have been clocked like close to 100 miles an hour. That is amazing. Let's see. All right, so I've got like good positions on a lot of pieces here. I could trade, but the only reason I'd want to trade is if it opens up another attack. I could potentially play here, but then the knight could take, right? Right. And so that wouldn't be so great quite yet. I think I need to preface it with h3, in which case, if I play h3, it pulls his queen further away as well, and I might be able to get some weird tactic out of that. In fact, if queen takes on h3, then I'll play rook h1. That's my plan. So I'm playing h3 with the idea of g4. However, if queen takes on h3, then I'm going to swing this rook over to h1. See, I let my students know. I know he's watching in the YouTube. I let them know the plan. I do this too when I'm playing, doing my lessons. I use chess.com a lot for lessons. So my rating on here is a little depressed from what it would be if I didn't do that. But it's important. It's important for the training. I wouldn't be I wouldn't have one of those grandmaster ratings. But on the other hand, yeah, it would be a significant amount higher than what it's showing on screen if I wasn't doing so much coaching while I am playing. Just in case anybody's wondering. All right, there's a couple different things I can do here. If f4 falls, I'm in trouble because then the knight needs to move. And then, yeah, the bishop, and then things start going haywire. His knight is defending h7. That's annoying. I think it's time to pull the bishop back. The bishop is a long-range attacker. It is controlling 2 squares right next to my opponent's king. And that is good enough. That is good enough. Now, what do I want to do with the knight? Probably knight d3 would threaten the queen. That's probably pretty good. I could also support it with a rook. But if I support it with a rook, he can attack it again with a bishop, right? So I don't think that's a winning battle. My opponent has more force that he can throw. Arunaba, I let Adit get a second one because his first game was so brutal. I told him it was okay. One of my wonderful parent volunteers who helps me just was reminding players, that 1 challenge per night is generally the rule, but Adit's first challenge It was a very brutal loss, and so I told him it was okay to send me a rematch. Let us see. All right, so the queen is in the same file as my opponent's king. That's always good. So we'll put a rook. So I got this going, I got this going, and I got this going. That was a good move. That was a good move. But I think see when I drew those lines, look. I got all my long-range attackers in beautiful spots. But my short-range attacker's a little far away from the action again. He got forced back, so I'm going to bring it closer. So now I have 4 pieces in this attack again. This game's a lot more challenging. Adit has played way better the second time around. So good job. Okay. Let's see. All right. Queen's threatening my knight. I could move my knight in even closer now, because this knight would be pinned if this one moves out of the way. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's getting closer again. Now it's in a very tedious spot. Ah, now that knight's not pinned anymore. Another good move. Another good move. Unfortunately, though, that drops one bishop. So now you are only ahead by 16 points in material. Ah, only ahead by 16, he says. I'm thinking hard. If I try, I'm... All right. Do I have some sort of weird checkmate? If that happens, it's close. It's close. I almost have a weird checkmate if that happens. I almost do. All right. Almost is pretty good when you're down by 16 points. He does not take. I may have found the checkmate. We may, in analysis, we might go back and uncover that it was a possibility. My knight is just hopping all around key square. Ooh, I'm down to 3 minutes. Keep an eye on the clock, Coach Chris. I'm getting close. I'm getting close. This knight is a close range attacker. I got my pieces in the right squares. That was another good move, though. Check. Checks, captures, threats. Checks, captures, and threats. Let's look at my checks, captures, and threats. I mean, we got to look at rook takes e8 first. That is a key move. It is a check capture, so it would be the first move. First move we look at, but after king takes, I can't reload with another rook. I don't see that one works. I could threaten the queen again because I am low on time. I could. Yeah, I could. I need. My knight is defended, but I think. Yeah, I think threatening the queen again. Just so my opponent's clock is running again, and then I can go back. Aha! And my opponent puts the queen in the same file as the king. That is likely a mistake. That is likely a mistake. this queen. Ooh. Almost. But I see, he was thinking maybe he gets a checkmate, but I have two defenders. He only has one. So it was close. It was really close, Adit. But you got to, that's called counting in chess. If your opponent has two defenders and you only have one on that square, then you keep that in your head and try it when you have enough. So back to this situation again. I still have these four pieces in the attack. I've been using these same four pieces. Deet needed to try and trade. Trading would have benefited him greatly. I get another check because, of course, my bishop is influencing there. And I would love to play rook e1, but it would be checkmate if I did. Queen could just take. Nothing's guarding that square. So there's two ways of going about this. I'm going to go... Oops. That was not a good move. Ha! Actually, it might be all right. It might be all right. Because if the queen takes, then the queen's no longer guarding e1. That's right. I thought for a second my brain misfired, and then I remembered what it was I was calculating. Sometimes I calculate in slightly haphazard ways, especially when I've been doing... on Thursdays, I do a lot of chess. It's a very busy day for me, chess-wise. I have 52 seconds left, Adit. You might be able to get me on the clock. It's a very interesting situation. All right, so my plan is this. And I'm very close to checkmate. Very close to checkmate. But unfortunately, he can interpose. I could take, though, because I do have the bishop, right? But he's also got d8. And I cannot seal the deal. I'm very, very close. Very close. Thinking hard about check, check. That doesn't do much. Because I get this. Now, if king takes rook is a possibility. But I bet you might be able to guess what I do. Yeah, I come back here, and this is a discovered check. And then my, yeah, rook's attacking there, right? Tactics and tactics and tactics. If you watch the 3 games I play so far tonight, my tactics have been relatively good, I think. When they're not, you know what I do? I do puzzles. I do. It doesn't matter how good you are at chess. When your brain's misfiring, when you aren't seeing things right, it's time to quit losing games because you'll just get in a bad mood, and it's time to do more training. It's very important. We are in it for the long haul as chess players, and it's not necessarily I shouldn't have taken that one. I gotta worry about these 2 pawns big time. Big time. I gotta worry. I'll go here first. Yeah, I gotta worry about these pawns. He's got 2 connected pass pawns. So I'm gonna stop narrating so much, and I'm gonna start playing because I'm down under 30 seconds. Okay. Don't want to get checkmated down here. So I create a Luft. literally means air. It is the German word for air. I gave my king some air to breathe, and my king needed that air. Ha! The mouse didn't want to let me go up there. I ran off the mouse pad. That was almost a disaster. Okay. One pass pawn left to deal with, and it is a very dangerous one. Nine seconds. Oh, man. Adit has 2 minutes. I have 9.8 seconds. I think I will be okay, though. 7.8 seconds. I believe. I believe in myself. 7.7 seconds. See, I wasn't born yesterday. I know how to handle these things. 6.5. I got double tactics here. Yep, I pick up the knight. I had another tactical threat there too. 5.8. When it's my turn, I gotta move. Yeah. When it's my turn. Four seconds. I'm doing some pre-moving, making some quality pre-moves. Almost a checkmate. Oh. Oh. Ah, nice game. See, you got me in the rematch. That was tight. Good game, Adit. Excellent. I enjoyed that finish. I could have done it better. I got a little time pressured there, and I wasn't as calm under the time pressure as I sometimes am. I could tell. I could tell. You did. Good job. Good job. He says, I won! Exclaim. All right, so who's next? Who wants to play next? Anybody. If you're watching this stream, you don't necessarily have to go to Gomes. I know most of our players tonight are Gomes, but if you're watching this stream right now, go ahead and send me a challenge. Any time control. Any time control you like. Well, you're so happy you wanted to eat. Make sure you give my channel a subscription and this video a like. Don't forget. Don't forget. We like this stuff. Who's going to play me next? That was fun. Anybody? I'll tell you what. I'm going to run some commercials. I'm going to get myself a little more beverage. I'll be back after a couple of my commercials. And so here we go. I'll see you in just a moment. I will be running a free online chess club for everyone who wants to learn. To further this idea, I published a mission statement for Daily Chess Musings that reads, all those who want to learn chess are welcome here. Our free weekly chess club begins with a live meeting Wednesday at 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Remember, you do not need to attend the weekly meetings when they are live to participate, and all students have an entire week to complete their suggested lessons. In this way, the Daily Chess Musings free weekly chess club is 100% flexible to your needs and schedule. New instructions and assignments will be given every Wednesday. If you have to miss a week, no worries. I will make all of the videos and assignments freely available on dailychessmusings.com so you can catch up when it's convenient. Special prizes will also be awarded for top performers in different categories. Plus, we will hold regular tournaments on Fridays and Saturdays, along with special events including scheduled matches between groups, simul's, group chess, and blitz games against me, Coach Chris. So what's the catch? There isn't one. I just want to give everybody the same opportunity to benefit from chess that I had as a child. For over 20 years, I have paved the way for the success of thousands of children regardless of their entry-level skill. By training with me, you will gain the valuable tools and skills needed to excel as a chess player. An extraordinary chess club experience with a top-tier instructor, the confidence and motivation necessary to surpass your chess goals and fast-track improvement.
Hey everybody, Shelby from American Chess Equipment. That's www.amchesseq.com. We're the official chess supplier of Daily Chess Musings. Now, if you're a tournament chess player or just need something for the home, check out our new clocks here. This is our Bobby Fischer chess clock made by DGT. It's the DGT North American, just with different colors and way better instructions. Now, if you really want a high-end chess clock, your kid wants a Chronos, but they're hard to find, or Chronoses are impossible to use. What you really want is you want the VTech. The VTech is something designed by me, Shelby Lorman, for the tournament chess player. It's easy enough for people my age, I'm in my 40s, to use. You don't have to hand it off to an 8-year-old to get set. If you want something really cool, we can do customization for you. We can customize clocks, we can customize boards, we can customize scorebooks. If your kid has a habit of losing stuff and you're sick of replacing chess equipment, check out our items here. Now, if your kid has a habit of losing his chess clock, this is something that we can do for you that nobody else can. Looks like a normal everyday.
And I am back. Told you I'd be back fast. I just got a challenge in a 3-minute game. I'm going to go ahead and accept right now. All right, here we go. Got myself some bubble water. When my opponent brings the bishop out to c4, I like to bring a knight to f6 because it stops all this queen h5, queen f3 threats immediately. Now, I could try the fork trick here, but I don't really feel like getting into the Frankenstein-Dracula variation right now. I messed that up in the not too recent past, so I need to restudy the line. You know what? We'll just play an Italian 4 knights. So we've got ourselves a Italian 4 knights. It's saying it's a Yoko piano. No, this is Italian 4 knights. It's like a Spanish 4 knights where one side does not accept the fork trick. That's the word I was going for. All right. You can get there, you can also get here from the Yoko Pianissimo without the fork trick trouble. Should I play g5? That's what I'm thinking right now, because then Vidug would have the opportunity to sack. I'm going to play bishop g4 instead. I'm sure g5 is playable, but I just didn't feel like being in trouble. Up. I was about to sip my drink, and you make a move? Wow. Let me hydrate. Okay. So I am pinning the knight to the queen. I'm going to bring my other knight in, so it's putting pressure on the pin. Then I'm going to try and expose this king. This is a common strategy in four knights openings. Common strategy. Get your knight to the outpost. See, now they're doing the same thing to me. But I believe I get to move first, see? I'm the first player to say check. They're one move behind. They can't copy a check. These are very instructional games tonight, by the way. Sometimes I don't play as well when I'm broadcasting because, my mind's working on too many things, multitasking. But other times, such as tonight, don't jinx yourself, Chris. You're going to jinx yourself is what you're going to do. But yeah, I'm playing very instructional chess. And this is because my opponents too. You guys are helping me play very instructional chess. Vidug, yeah, exactly. I was just going to say, dude, you're the one who challenged me to a 3-minute game. You can't use a whole bunch of time. There goes the bishop that was pinning my knight, right? I win a piece. But now, where does this knight really go? I don't know. It's going to take me a little bit of unraveling. This knight has nowhere to go. But at least I am castled. Knights on the rim are grim. This knight's very sad right now. It did a good job. But its time on the chessboard is very limited. If it went to a fortune teller and the fortune teller looked into the crystal ball, said, don't go into battle tomorrow. Your time is limited. Uh, 30 seconds, Vidug. Your time is limited. Okay, queen on c3. See, my knight could go. You know what? This gives me a little bit of time maybe to fix my trouble. If I bring my bishop to h7, then my knight has g6 to go to. See, both pieces were... All right, well, I need to play queen e7 first, so that when I move the bishop out of the way, I still have two defenders on f7. All right, well, I'm threatening the queen. Okay. Any time control you want to challenge me to is fair game tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody watching the broadcast? I'll play a few more games. Let us see. Let me go to my play. Who wants to play a game? Send me a challenge. My name is Chris Torres. I am a correspondence chess master. A long time. I've been teaching scholastic chess for 25 years in Northern California. I'm the scholastic chess coordinator for Northern California. I'm also the Cal Chess editor for the Journal, the official magazine of Northern California chess. So as my friend Jim Eade said the other day, I wear a lot of hats. I'm also the person who founded the chessmusings.wordpress.com blog that I upgraded to dailychessmusings.com, and it's become this big community. We have a club on chess.com with over 2,000 members. A club on chess.com with over 2,000 members. I've got 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'd like you to subscribe too. Also, I'm forgetting one big one. Oh, my dailychessmusings.com. The website. Yeah, so you can see me on YouTube. You can see me on by going directly to the website, and you can join our club on chess.com. Subscribe to the website, bookmark the website so you see all the new posts. Ruler of all worlds wants to play me. Yes, I will play you. The ruler of all worlds. Here we go. That was odd. I saw the other game just for a second. Let's see. What do I want to do here? I'm going to play f4. King's Gambit. Playing without my... Whoa! And I can't highlight squares. I guess because I accepted the challenge, it's not letting me. I don't know why. So this game is no arrows, no highlights. I did something wrong. I did something in the wrong fashion. But that's okay. I will do my best to work without the... I'll give away one extra pawn just to have more center, more open lines. I mean, they could probably just take with their bishop here, and they did not. So I'm going to... No, I'm not. I'm going to scoot my king off the diagonal, wait for them to castle, and then launch a devastating attack. If they don't castle, I will also launch a devastating attack. So either way, attacking is on the menu. All right, so I would be drawing an arrow, but it's not drawing right now. Oops, oh well. Somehow I'm playing this on the old server, it looks like. I think it's because I didn't close the game. That's why. Got it. After this one, I need to close the game, go back, go to the play area, and then I can draw my arrows again. So I'm pinning ruler. I'm pinning their knight. They're attacking my bishop. I expected that. I'm adding more pressure to the pin. I'm going to be using this rook on a1 soon. That way I've touched all my pieces using, again, 4 pieces. If I only have 4 pieces, I want to use all 4 in the attack. All right, all 4 pieces are in the attack, ladies and gentlemen. The bishop on c5 with the knight on e4 is very dangerous to me. So I need to be very, very careful about this. I'm going to play a3, try and get this bishop off this dangerous diagonal by playing b4 and stuff. I like my attack formation right now. If I get it off the dangerous diagonal, I may very well just go all in and like play g4, g5 kind of. I have to be very aggressive, and I let my opponent get castled. My opponent is ahead by... and this was a prophylactic move, right? It's stopping me from playing b4. Ruler of all worlds saw what my intention was, maybe heard me say it, and stops it. Good job. Good job. In chess, we call that prophylaxis. It's a fancy word for prevent. Nimzovich, the father of hypermodern chess, also, spoke a lot about this idea of preventing your opponent from doing what it is they want to do. It's a big part of chess. A lot of chess is making it so your pieces see more squares, have more scope, in other words. Another part is taking away scope from your opponent or stopping your opponent's plans or all this kind of stuff. This is starting to be very dangerous now. Very, very dangerous. So queen's coming over to help because otherwise knight g3 would have been a check fork. This is getting very dangerous. Very dangerous indeed. I think I need to get rid of this knight. But I kind of like my bishop. So I'm going to do it like this. Rook takes. Drastic times call for drastic measures. And I'll go ahead and pre-move because we are getting a little low on time. This is a speed chess game. Yeah, I mean, those are just kind of suggested. Ooh, very nice move. Very nice indeed. All right, let's see. Let's see. So my queen's under attack. My rook's still under attack, but I did take a knight. All right. I will give you the choice, ruler of all worlds. Which rook do you want to take, if either? It is your choice. The choice is yours. All right. Fun, fun, fun attacking stuff. Here I come. This was the idea of trading the rook and getting my queen there. I just don't quite have enough to finish that I see I'm doing the fast calculations. Yeah. Most unfortunate. Not quite enough. Not quite enough. All right, I have to play one of these moves. I don't want to have to play one of those moves, but I have to. Because I didn't have a checkmate. Because the queen was guarding e1. The queen on h4 was guarding e1. It messed me up. Close. Ruler of all worlds, you are playing good chess, though. Every time I play another game with you, it seems like you're getting better. You are trending in the correct direction. Let's see. We're going to play it. We're really going to get tactical here. Up, 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 up. Ooh, I almost dropped my queen. I almost did it. Up, I think I did. I think I pre-moved it. Oh, my goodness. My goodness, that was exciting. I'm not even quite sure what that looked like to you guys. Far too exciting. All right. I think I was pre-moving, and I tried to take back the pre-move, but I think that it still happened. If indeed I did I play Queen e5? Let's see. I did. Right here on move 19, knight could have taken. Knight could have taken my queen. That was so incredibly bad and dangerous. But now the queen is moved into a very dangerous spot. It's threatening queen f3. Checkmate. I would have to block. But if it's there, it's not guarding e8 anymore, right? Right. But after rook e1 check, king goes to d8. Then queen can go to f3. So if I want to win this game, my opponent has 19.3. I'm going to go ahead and trade queens. Because, yeah, I want to win this game. Normally I wouldn't trade queens when I'm down so much material, but in fact, let's go ahead and even, yeah, let's go ahead. Follow it up with the pin on the knight, and that was another exciting game. All right, who's next? Who else wants to play a game tonight? I'm going to close this one is what I'm going to do. Let's see. Why did I mess this up? I like to be able to draw arrows. And I'm not sure. I think it's because I clicked on it up there. Who wants to send me a challenge? Anybody? One last game this evening. I have time for one more game. My name is Chris Torres. This is your chance to play with a chess master. I am a U.S. Chess Federation Correspondence chess master. You can play. You can beat me. I've already lost a game tonight in this broadcast. Come on, it's fun. One more game. Let's see. Anybody still here? Yeah, people can play me again as long as I don't have any other challenges, which I don't right now. You want to send me another challenge? Go right ahead. In fact, I can send you another challenge as well. But yeah. Let me go to the play a friend screen. Let us see. Yeah, if you want to send me another challenge, you are more than welcome to. I'm seeing who else is online. Aha! Ruler of all rules just sent me a challenge. I accept. All right, we'll play another game. I'll start d4 this time. And then let's, you know what? I'll go ahead and use the Queen's Gambit. Queen's Gambit declined? I'm going to play a3 because I don't like the knight b4 ideas. Oh good, my arrows are working again. See? I did it right this time. I close things. All right, we're probably going to trade queens here. Are you having fun? Are you enjoying this? Talk to me in the YouTube chat. You can say hi. Tell your friends. Make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. This is a dangerous knight. I don't like where it is. But I'm going to get rid of it very soon. F3. And then I'm going to work on opening up the center. Playing Ruler of All Worlds. I've had many, many games over the course of all these broadcasts on Thursday nights against Ruler of All Worlds. And many of them are some of my fondest memories from these broadcasts. Many, many good games. Let's go ahead and put a rook in the same file as our opponent's queen. We've got a queen in the same file as our opponent's king. Two good things. Good things happen when you do this. And with all these things lined up, with all these factors lined up, yeah, we're going to go ahead and open things up a little bit. Let's go ahead. I don't know how this is all going to play out. I haven't calculated it. But I do know that I have a rook in the same file as my opponent's queen, a queen in the same file as their king. So opening things up should be good. I take, yep, here's that. Remember the rook in the same file as the opponent's queen? I was mentioning that a moment ago. Yeah. Let's get rid of this knight. It's a check. Do not step into the second rank because then things could get very bad when the rook goes there, right? It'd be pinned to the king. Let us see. I could threaten the knight with queen g2. I could also play queen takes e4. I'm looking at both moves. So I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at this. They're both good moves. Maybe. No, they're both good moves that you have to look at. I'm still in trouble. I won some material, but I'm still in trouble. My king safety is not very good, and my opponent is ahead by 4 points. I only have 2 pieces left. So I think queen g2 is my favorite move right now, until proven otherwise. Streaming chess games is kind of fun. It is, I have to admit. And I'm hoping the educational value really comes through. All right, so that is a good move. I go here, and now if ruler of all worlds wants to get into a rook and pawn versus rook and pawn endgame against me, they can. They could do this by playing rook h7. I'm sorry, rook h2. Queen takes, bishop takes, king takes, right? And then we both just have a rook and some pawns. But they do not. They do not. All right. So let us look for tactics. First things first. If I play queen g4, I'm no longer guarding that, though. Then the rook can go there. Okay, as long as this pawn is still here, I'm okay. And as soon as that pawn moves, I'm in big time trouble. So, okay. Rook, queen g4. My brain's starting to glitch, you can tell. All right, so this is what I mean about being in trouble. If that pawn was not there, this would be losing, because then my opponent could play rook e2. Keeping the pawn, yeah, it's the difference of one tempo, right? Had my opponent already captured, or something, one move difference, then I would be in a lot of trouble here. This is a fun game. Yeah, it's kind of a wild card night. I'm accepting all sorts of different time controls. Some nights I specify what time control I prefer. Other nights, it's up to you guys. Okay. All right. If I take, okay, yeah. All right. We shall do it. We shall. All right. Big time threats, right? But guess what? I have some threats of my own. Checks, captures, and threats. Good game, ruler of all worlds. Just waiting for chess.com to tell them it is checkmate. And it is. It is checkmate. One final game. Who wants to be the last game of the night? One last game. I will play one more game this evening. Anybody? If you've already played me, you can play me again. That's fine. This is your opportunity. I have just a little bit of time. I got to run at 7:30. I got just a little bit of time. My name is Chris Torres. I run a website called dailychessmusings.com. dailychessmusings.com. It is a big community. We have a club on chess.com with 2,000 members. I have a YouTube channel with hundreds and hundreds, over 200 lessons and 2,000 subscribers. I come on here occasionally to entertain you with some live chess as well. So make sure you join our club on chess.com, subscribe to our website, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All those things are free. It doesn't cost you anything to join the club or subscribe to the channels. So please take the time, take the time to do that. Help us grow this community. It's pretty awesome, fun stuff. Pretty awesome, fun stuff. Um, well, I don't see any more challenges, so I think it's a good time to call it a wrap. So, thank you so much for joining us this evening. If you found this entertaining, give us a like. If you found this educational, give us a like. Please take the time. It makes me feel better as a creator to see lots of likes and subscriber numbers going up. And I will see you again in the near future. My name is Chris Torres. This is Daily Chess Musings. Good night, everybody.